What if I told you that the mind you use every day to worry, to plan, to calculate, and to remember is a sleeping giant? What if the consciousness you identify with, that chattering voice in your skull, that sense of you, is not the true operator of your reality, but merely a single flickering candle in the vast, grand, and unlit cathedral of your true potential? We live in an age of perceived powerlessness. We are taught to believe we are the products of our environment, the victims of our biology, the effects of external causes. We see our minds as simple tools, biological calculators, repositories of memory, and generators of anxiety. We have been meticulously conditioned to look outside of ourselves for all power, all salvation, and all solutions. We have been trained to forget the inheritance we were born with. But one man in the 20th century stood in the midst of this rising tide of materialism and pointed to a different, more ancient, and infinitely more powerful truth. His name was Joseph Murphy. While other men of his time were building empires of steel and commerce, Murphy was mapping the empires of the inner world. He was a master mind scientist, a spiritual philosopher who, like a quantum physicist, looked beyond the solid world and saw the invisible, energetic mechanisms that truly govern it. And his great discovery, the core of his life's work, was not a new invention. It was a rediscovery. He found that you, the individual, possess a power within you that is almighty, a power that is part of the infinite, a power that can heal your body, transform your circumstances, and attract your every desire. He called this power simply the subconscious mind. But here is the forbidden knowledge, the secret that lies buried beneath the simplistic, surface-level interpretations of his work. This subconscious power is not one single blunt force. It is not just a passive genie that you must learn to command with positive thinking. Joseph Murphy's work, when you read it with the eyes of an alchemist, is not just a guide to positive thinking. It is a lost manual, an operating system for the human soul. It reveals that your subconscious is not a single entity, but a vast multidimensional toolkit containing a spectrum of distinct and powerful faculties. These are the forgotten mental powers of your own being. They are your birthright, divine abilities locked away, dormant, waiting for the correct key, the correct command to be unleashed. They have been forgotten because they are subtle. They have been dismissed by a world obsessed with the brute force of the conscious will. They have been buried under layers of dogma, skepticism, and the incessant, deafening noise of your own inner critic. This video is not another simple summary of the power of your subconscious mind. This is an excavation. They deep dive into the hidden, esoteric, and profoundly practical implications of Murphy's teachings. We are not just here to tell you to think nice thoughts. We are here to decode and unleash 7 distinct and world-changing mental technologies that he identified. A power that can heal the physical body with a precision that defies medical science. A power that can dissolve the chains of the past, rewriting old memories and breaking lifelong habits. A power that can receive infallible guidance, delivering perfect answers to impossible questions while you sleep. A power that projects an invisible shield, protecting you from the negativity and malice of others. A power that acts as a magnetic blueprint, commanding the resources of the universe to build you a reality of wealth. A power that can create profound influence, allowing you to harmonize your relationships and interactions. And finally, the ultimate power. The power to unite your mind with the infinite, the source of all things, becoming a conscious co-creator with the cosmos itself. These are not metaphors. These are your forgotten faculties. Joseph Murphy did not invent them. He simply left us the user's manual, a manual that has, for many, been tragically misunderstood. Tonight, we open his lost toolbox. We are not just here to learn his philosophy. We are here to unleash his legacy within you. Prepare to meet the true sleeping giant. Prepare to reclaim your inheritance. The first forgotten power is waiting. Let us begin. Chapter 1. The Master Blueprint. The forgotten power to heal and rebuild the body. We begin our great excavation, our journey to reclaim the lost inheritance of your mind, by turning to the most immediate, the most intimate, and the most tangible proof of your subconscious power, your physical body. Look at your hand. Feel the blood pulsing beneath your skin. Consider the miracle of a cut that heals, of a bone that mends, of the billions of complex, autonomous and intelligent processes that are happening within you at this very second, all without your conscious permission or participation. Who or what is directing this magnificent, silent and unfathomably complex symphony? You have been taught to believe that your body is a fragile biological machine, a collection of parts prone to breaking, to disease, to decay. A machine that is ultimately separate from yourself, your consciousness, and one that you must subject to external authorities, doctors, medicines, procedures, to be fixed when it fails. This is the first great disempowering illusion. Joseph Murphy, in his profound wisdom, taught a more ancient and powerful truth. Your body is not a machine. It is a manifestation. It is a living, breathing, three-dimensional printout of your consciousness. It is a shadow of thought, an energetic pattern held in form by the power of belief. And the builder, the chief architect, the tireless engineer of this entire miraculous structure is your own subconscious mind. This is the first forgotten power we must unleash. Your subconscious mind not only built your body from a single cell, it has been running it, healing it, and maintaining it with perfect divine intelligence since the moment of your conception. It holds the original, perfect, and unblemished master blueprint of your being. This is a concept of critical importance. Within your deep mind, there exists a timeless, perfect pattern of your body in its absolute, divine prime. A blueprint of perfect organs, of vibrant cells, of flawless function, of radiant vitality. This master blueprint is untouchable, it is incorruptible, it is eternal. It is the God pattern of you. What then is sickness? What is disease? What is a chronic ailment or a permanent injury? In Murphy's world, sickness is not a physical fact. It is a shadow. It is a dark, false and negative image, a mental equivalent that has been impressed upon the master builder through your own conscious or unconscious thought patterns. It is a blueprint of fear, of anxiety, of guilt, or of inherited limiting beliefs that has been superimposed over the original perfect divine blueprint. The master builder, in its impersonal and perfect obedience, cannot defy a dominant command. If the dominant, sustained, feeling-based command you are sending it is one of "I am sick," "I am in fear," or "I am weak," the builder will, with all its power, faithfully begin to build a body that matches that fearful negative blueprint. It is not punishing you. It is, as always, obeying you. The doctor who gives you a terrifying diagnosis, "This is incurable, you will have this for life," is not stating an absolute truth. They are, in their well-intentioned authority, simply giving you a powerful, new, negative suggestion. And if your conscious guardian at the gate accepts this suggestion, if you allow the feeling of fear and hopelessness to grip your heart, you have just handed the master builder a new destructive blueprint. The builder will then, dutifully, get to work making the incurable a reality. Herein lies the catastrophic failure of most affirmations for health. You stand in front of the mirror feeling the very real 3D world evidence of your symptom. Your pain is real, your diagnosis is real. The guardian, your conscious mind, is holding this data in its hand, and you try to shout over it, "I am perfectly healthy, I am healed." The guardian, in its logical protective function, immediately rises to its post. It looks at your affirmation, looks at the diagnosis, looks at the pain, and shouts back, "No, that is a lie. The evidence says we are sick. To ignore this is dangerous." The master builder, the subconscious, standing by for its orders, receives only the deafening, high-volume broadcast of your inner conflict. It receives the fear from the guardian, the doubt from your heart, the frustration of your failed affirmation. And it concludes that the dominant command is still sickness, conflict and fear. The order is cancelled. You have failed, not because you are incurable, but because you tried to deliver the blueprint for a palace to the guardian instead of to the builder. You cannot, as Murphy taught, heal the body while remaining in the conscious, analytical, evidence-based mind. The evidence of the senses is the very thing that is holding the illusion of sickness in place. To unleash the forgotten power of healing, you must bypass the guardian. You must find a way to speak directly to the master builder, the one who holds the original perfect blueprint, and command it to once again build that reality, overriding the false shadow of sickness. And as we have learned, the gateway for this direct communication is the golden hour, the sleep command, the drowsy, somnolent state where the skeptical guardian is asleep and the master builder is open, receptive, and ready for its true, original orders. This is the first forgotten power, the power of imprinting divine health. How do we do this? This requires a specific protocol. You must prepare your command with absolute precision, not as a request for healing, but as a celebration of health that is already an accomplished fact. First, you must craft your sensation script. As we learned in Chapter 3, this is the sensory-rich, looping, 3-second scene that implies your wish is fulfilled. This scene must never contain the problem, the hospital, or the medicine. That is focusing on the shadow. The scene must be a simple, tangible, and joyful result of perfect health. What would you do if you were already perfectly healed right now? Would you be running on a beach, feeling the wind in your hair and the strength in your legs? Would you be playing with your children, lifting them high, feeling flexible and pain-free? Would you be booking a trip, a hike, an adventure that your symptom previously made impossible? Would you be in a conversation with a loved one, and they are saying to you, "It's a miracle, you are completely healed," and you are replying, "I feel better than I have ever felt in my life"? You must choose one of these simple sensory-rich scenes, rehearse it, feel it. What does the air on the beach smell like? What does your child's laughter sound like? What is the profound somatic feeling of vitality and ease in your body as you perform the action? You must become an actor of the highest caliber, and this scene is your method. You must live in it in your imagination until it feels more real than the evidence of your current symptoms. Second, you must distill this scene down to its core feeling state, its essence. For health, the feeling state is not just not sick, it is vitality, it is energy, it is freedom, it is wholeness. It is the profound cellular peace of a body in perfect divine harmony. Third, you must craft your lullaby, the short, rhythmic, present tense phrase that anchors this feeling. Perfect health, divine perfection, vibrant energy, flowing, whole. You now have your blueprint, the scene of action, running on the beach, the essence, the feeling of vitality, and the lullaby, vibrant, strong, free. Now, you will take this blueprint to the golden hour. You will lie down to sleep. You will allow your body to relax. You will welcome the drowsy, foggy, lazy state of somnolence, the state where the guardian is offline. And in that state, you will not force the scene. You will allow it. You will gently, lovingly begin to loop your 3-second scene of running on the beach. You will feel the sun. You will feel the strength. You will marinate your entire awareness in the dominant, somatic feeling state of vitality. And as you are feeling this, as you are being this new, healthy person, you will begin to whisper your lullaby to yourself over and over, like a gentle, hypnotic drumbeat. Vibrant, strong, free. Vibrant, strong, free. And you will drift. You will fall asleep in this state. You will hand this new, perfect and feeling-based blueprint over to the master builder. In that moment, you have done something miraculous. You have given your subconscious a new divine order. You have reminded it of the original master blueprint of perfect health that it holds within its infinite archives. You have commanded it to stop building the shadow of sickness and to once again, with all its infinite power and intelligence, resume construction of your divine perfection. This is the command. This is the impregnation. But what of the next day? This is the great test of faith. This is where the work is won or lost. You will wake up. You will perform your waking protocol, as we have learned. Before opening your eyes, you will first recapture the feeling of your new healthy reality. You will confirm the command, and then you will open your eyes. And the old echo, the 3D world evidence of your symptom, may still be there. The pain may still be present. The diagnosis may still be on your table. This is the storm before the calm. This is the old energetic momentum of your past belief system, playing itself out as a fading echo. And the guardian, your conscious mind, will seize this evidence and scream, It failed. The symptom is still here. This is the moment where you must, with all the power of your newfound understanding, practice your daytime protocol. You must become the unwavering protector of the seed you have just planted. This is the moment where you must, with all the power of your newfound understanding, practice your daytime protocol. You must become the unwavering protector of the seed you have just planted. The guardian, your conscious mind, is pointing at the shadow of your symptom and screaming, "This is real." Your work is to calmly, lovingly, and repeatedly neutralize this assertion and to re-anchor yourself in the new, higher truth you have commanded. This protocol for active faith in healing is precise. First, you must master the neutral gaze. When the old evidence appears, a pang of pain, a moment of stiffness, a glimpse of the symptom in the mirror, you must not react with the old automatic high emotion frequencies of fear, despair, or frustration. To do so is a catastrophic failure. That jolt of fear is a new, powerful, dominant command. It is you screaming at the master builder, "Emergency! The sickness is still here. It is real. It is powerful. Focus all resources on this." You have just cancelled your own order and reinforced the disease. Instead, you will learn to meet the symptom with the calm, detached, and neutral gaze of a master alchemist. You will pause. You will take your conscious breath, and you will reframe its meaning. You will acknowledge the sensation, the shadow, without giving it your power or your belief. You will say internally, "I acknowledge this sensation. This is the old echo, the shadow of a belief pattern that I have already cancelled and is now in the process of dissolving. This is not my reality. This is the old news fading from my physical vessel. It has no power over me, and I give it none of my energy." You are not denying the sensation. You are denying its authority. You are denying its right to define your present or your future. You are reframing it not as a symptom of a current disease, but as a healing sensation, a sign of the old energy leaving your body. You are observing it with the neutrality of a scientist watching a block of ice melt. You do not hate the ice, you simply know that the warmth is dominant and the melting is inevitable. Second, you must adhere to a strict mental and verbal diet. You have planted a seed of perfect health in the sacred, fertile soil of your subconscious. You cannot now spend your waking day pouring the gasoline of contradictory information and words all over it. This means, with immediate and absolute discipline, you stop Googling your symptoms. This is non-negotiable. To do so is to actively, consciously hunt for evidence that will support the old, fear-based blueprint. It is an act of profound self-sabotage, an invitation for your conscious guardian to gather an army of proof to defeat your new command. You stop complaining about your illness. This is the verbal fast. Every time you say the words, "I'm so sick," "My pain is terrible today," "I'll never get over this," you are reaffirming the old command. You are re-impressing the blueprint of sickness with your own divine power of speech. You are digging up the seed and showing it to everyone, asking them to confirm that it hasn't grown. You must refuse to speak of your ailment unless it is a neutral description to a health practitioner. To your friends, your family, yourself, your new story is, "I am in the process of healing," or "I am feeling better every day," or, most powerfully, you simply change the subject. You stop identifying with the illness. You are not a diabetic. You are not an arthritic. You are not a cancer patient. These are labels of the conscious mind that fuse your identity to the disease. You are a divine, whole, and perfect being who is currently experiencing a temporary energetic shadow condition called diabetes or arthritis. You must, in your own mind, separate your eternal identity from your temporary condition. This separation is what gives you the power to command the condition to dissolve. This mental diet is not about pretending the symptom doesn't exist. It is about refusing to give your creative power to it. It is about consciously withdrawing your energetic investment from the old reality so that the new reality has the space and the clean soil to grow. Third, you must listen for and act upon inspired action. The master builder, now at work executing your command for perfect health, will begin to send you new information. It will not just magically dissolve the symptom, though it can. It will also, as part of the bridge of incidents, begin to guide you through your intuition to the perfect physical steps to align with your new, healthy reality. You will suddenly get a random hunch to try a new kind of food or to go for a walk. You will coincidentally overhear a conversation about a specific healer, a new type of therapy, or a forgotten supplement. A book you have owned for years will inexplicably fall off the shelf, and it will open to a page describing the exact emotional root of your physical condition. These are not coincidences. These are the first sprouts of your command. These are the master builder sending you the next logical step on your healing path. The old you, the one run by the Guardian, would have dismissed these as silly ideas or wishful thinking. The new you, the conscious engineer, knows that these are divine instructions. You must act on them. You must make the appointment. You must read the book. You must try the new food. This is the dance of co-creation. Your inner command is now being met by your outer, inspired action, and this two-part harmony is what creates the miracle. Finally, you will seal your work with alchemical gratitude. This is the master stroke that accelerates all healing. You will, during your daytime protocol, actively and consciously generate the feeling of gratitude for the very healing you are commanding. You will stand in the shower, and instead of focusing on the ache, you will say, "Thank you, thank you, thank you for my perfectly functioning body. Thank you for my clear skin. Thank you for my strong heart. Thank you for the vibrant healing energy that is flooding every cell of my being right now." You are again speaking the language of the master builder. Gratitude is the feeling state of the wish already fulfilled. By generating this feeling before the evidence has fully manifested, you are sending the most powerful command possible. You are telling the subconscious, the new blueprint is not just a plan, it is a finished reality. It is done. This collapses time and commands the physical form to catch up to your new dominant energetic truth. This is the forgotten power of the master blueprint. Joseph Murphy and all the great masters understood that the body is not the source of illness. It is the screen upon which the subconscious projects its dominant beliefs. You have been, for years, unconsciously projecting a film of fear and sickness. With the sleep command and this supporting daytime protocol, you have consciously walked into the projection booth. You have stopped the old terrifying movie. You have taken out the old film reel, and you have, with loving, conscious, and sovereign power, threaded a new film onto the projector, a film called Perfect Divine Health. Now all that is left is to trust the projectionist, to hold your new state of faith, and to watch with joyful, patient, and grateful knowing as the new, beautiful, and vibrant images begin to flicker to life on the screen of your body. You now understand the first and most profound of the 7 forgotten powers, the power to reclaim the original divine blueprint of your physical being. But this power is not limited to your own flesh and blood. The subconscious mind is also the architect of your habits, the automatic programs that define your personality and your destiny. What if you could use this same command to break a chain you have been dragging for a lifetime? In our next chapter, we will unleash the second great power, the power to dissolve the chains of the past and to command your new, liberated self into being. Chapter 2. The Alchemist of Habit, the forgotten power to dissolve your past. We have begun our journey by reclaiming the first foundational power, the ability to impress the master blueprint of perfect health onto the physical body. You have learned that your subconscious mind is the builder of your physical temple. Now we must confront an even more intimate, and for many, a more tyrannical aspect of our lives. We must turn our attention from the physical vessel to the programs that run it, the habits, the patterns, the reactions, and the haunting memories that seem to define who we are. This is the second forgotten power, a power that Joseph Murphy taught with profound clarity, the power to break the chains of the past, the power to dissolve any negative habit and to neutralize any painful memory, the power to, quite literally, become a new person. Look at your life. Be honest. Do you feel truly free? Or are you, in your quiet moments, aware that you are a puppet, dancing on invisible strings? A puppet to a habit you despise, the cigarette you reach for against your will, the procrastination that sabotages your greatest ambitions, the pattern of overeating that numbs a feeling you cannot name, the reflexive flash of anger that damages your relationships, a puppet to a feeling you cannot escape, the low-grade, familiar hum of anxiety that is the soundtrack to your life, the heavy blanket of melancholy that settles upon you for no apparent reason, or a puppet to a memory, a ghost from your past, a failure, a rejection, a humiliation, a loss, that still has the power to walk into the present moment, seize your heart and dictate your emotions and your decisions. You know with your conscious mind, with your logical guardian, that these things are not you. You know you should stop. You know you should get over it. And so, you deploy the only tool the guardian has, willpower. You grit your teeth. You declare, I will not procrastinate today. I will not get angry. I will not think about that memory. You use force. You use suppression. You use control. You attempt to wage a war against your own programming, and you fail. You fail spectacularly and predictably. The urge returns, often stronger than before. The memory resurfaces with a vengeance, and you are left in the wreckage, feeling not only the pain of the habit, but a new, profound and corrosive layer of shame. The shame of being weak, the shame of having no self-control. This is the second great failure of the conscious mind, and its reason for failure is identical to the failure of your affirmations. You are once again shouting at the guardian, while the master builder is executing a completely different and far more powerful set of orders. You must understand, in Murphy's terms, what a habit truly is. A habit is not just an action. A habit is a subconscious fixation. It is an idea, a program, that has been so deeply, so consistently, and so emotionally impressed upon the master builder that it has become autonomous. It is a program that runs automatically, without your conscious permission. And this program, like all programs, was originally installed for a reason. It was a solution. The habit of smoking was not installed to kill you. It was installed as a solution to stress, a way to get a moment of relief, a deep breath, a pause in the battle. The habit of procrastination was not installed to make you fail. It was installed as a brilliant solution to the pain of potential failure. If I do not truly try, the program whispers, I can never truly fail. It is a program designed to protect your ego. The habit of anger is a program designed to create distance, to protect a vulnerable heart from being hurt again. The habit of ruminating on a painful memory is a program that believes, in a tragic and twisted way, that by rerunning the data it can somehow solve the past or protect you from a future repeat. These habits are not your enemies. They are your ancient, misguided protectors. They are solutions that have long outlived their usefulness and have now become your prison. Now, here is the mechanism of your failure. When you use your conscious willpower to fight one of these deep-seated programs, you are doing three things that guarantee your defeat. First, you are, by the very act of fighting, focusing your powerful, conscious, creative attention directly on the problem. You spend your entire day thinking about not smoking. You are in effect meditating on smoking. You are energizing the very thing you are trying to dissolve. Second, you are creating a state of profound internal conflict, a civil war. Your subconscious program, Master Builder, is running its command. We need this cigarette to relieve our stress. Your conscious mind, the guardian, is shouting, we must not have that cigarette. This war creates a state of unbearable psychological tension. Third, how does the subconscious, the master builder, which controls your body and your urges, respond to this unbearable tension? It does what it was programmed to do. It executes the easiest, most familiar, most well-practiced program it has to resolve the tension. It releases the urge. It demands the cigarette. This is the great and tragic paradox. Your conscious struggle is the very thing that feeds and strengthens the subconscious habit. The more you fight the urge, the more tension you create, and the more powerfully the subconscious will fight back to resolve that tension by executing the habit. You are, quite literally, affirming and manifesting the struggle itself. The same is true for painful memories. You use willpower. I must get over this, I must forgive them, I shouldn't be sad anymore. This is your guardian judging and fighting your own emotional body. This creates more tension, more guilt, more shame. You are, in effect, re-traumatizing yourself. You are piling new wounds on top of the old one. The forbidden knowledge that Joseph Murphy taught is this: you cannot command the subconscious to stop doing something. The master builder does not understand negation. It does not understand don't, no, or stop. It only understands new, affirmative, creative commands. You cannot uninstall a program by fighting it. You can only overwrite it. You do not fight the darkness. You turn on the light. You do not command stop procrastinating. You impress a new, more powerful, and more dominant command. I am joyfully productive and at peace. You do not command stop smoking. You impress, I am free, healthy, and perfectly calm. This is the second forgotten power, the power to rewrite the program. And the only way to do this successfully is to once again bypass the fighting, striving guardian and deliver the new, peaceful, affirmative blueprint directly to the master builder in the sacred golden hour. This is the sleep command for habit and memory. Step 1. The blueprint, the sensation script. During your waking day, you must craft your new reality. You must identify the opposite feeling state of your habit. The old habit, procrastination, is fueled by the feeling of dread. The new program must be fueled by the feeling of ease, flow, and satisfaction. Now you will craft your scene of fulfillment. What is a simple 3-second sensory-rich scene that implies you are already this new person? It is not a scene of you struggling to work. It is the simple, looping scene of you joyfully closing your laptop after an effortless, completed session of work. What do you feel? Profound satisfaction. A sense of peace. You hear yourself saying, "It is done. That was easy." This is your blueprint, the feeling of effortless completion. Let's take a painful memory. The old program is a loop of a scene that makes you feel shame or grief. The new program must be one of peace or freedom. Here you will use Murphy's most powerful and forbidden technique, constructive revisionism. The subconscious does not know and does not care if a memory is real or imagined, as long as it is impressed with feeling. Your new scene of fulfillment will be that old painful memory but revised. You will reimagine the entire event, step by step, not as it happened, but as you wished it had happened. You will relive that old argument, but this time you will see yourself speaking your truth with perfect calm power. You will see the other person understanding you, apologizing, and you will feel the profound relief and closure of that reconciliation. Or you will reimagine the moment of failure, but this time you will see it turning into an unexpected success. You will feel the joy and triumph. You will create a new false memory, and you will rehearse this scene until the feeling of peace, closure, and joy associated with it becomes more familiar than the old painful feeling. Your lullaby for these commands will be simple for the procrastination. Ease and flow, it is done. For the addiction, I am free, I am at peace. For the revised memory, it is finished, all is well, peace. Step 2, the delivery, the golden hour. You now have your blueprint. You will take it to the golden hour of somnolence. You are not going to fight the old habit. You are going to, with great love and gentleness, impress the new reality. You will lie down. You will get drowsy. The guardian will fall asleep. And you will gently, without effort, begin to loop your new scene. You will feel the profound satisfaction of your work being done. You will feel the deep, calm vitality of a body that is free. You will feel the peace and closure of your revised, healed memory. You will marinate in this new dominant feeling state. You will whisper your lullaby, and you will fall asleep, having successfully planted this new, powerful, and overriding command into the master builder. You are not fighting the old program. You are overwriting it. Step 3. The daytime protocol, the test of the echo. This is the most critical part. You have planted the new seed. You will wake up, and you will confirm it. I am free, I am at peace. And then at 10 a.m. the old program, the old habit, will send up its echo. The urge to smoke will appear. The thought of your work will trigger the familiar dread. The ghost of the old memory will try to play. This is the final test. This is the moment of choice. The old you would have engaged in willpower. You would have fought. Get behind me, urge, I must not think this. And in doing so, you would have created the tension that feeds the old program, and you would have lost. The new you, the conscious alchemist, will not fight. You will practice the neutral gaze. You will observe the urge, the feeling, the memory as it arises. You will not identify with it. You are the sky. It is a passing cloud. You will say, "Ah, there is the echo of the old deleted program. How interesting." You do not engage it. You do not argue with it. You do not resist it. You simply let it be there like a ghost wailing in a room you are no longer in. You are starving it of its two essential foods, your attention and your resistance. And then you will pivot. You will calmly and with no effort take one conscious breath, and you will gently, lovingly reactivate the feeling of your new reality. You will recall the feeling of freedom, the feeling of ease, the feeling of peace. You are not fighting the old echo. You are simply changing the station. You are refusing to listen to the old static-filled broadcast, and you are tuning your receiver, your body, back to the new, clear, harmonious frequency. The urge, starved of your focus, starved of your resistance, and overridden by a more powerful, dominant, and peaceful new feeling, will have no choice. Its power will fade. It will weaken. It will die. You have just used Joseph Murphy's great secret. You have not broken the chain of the past. You have dissolved it. You have replaced it with the golden, unbreakable chain of your new, chosen, and sovereign self. This is the second forgotten power, the power to be free. You have learned to command your body's health. You have learned to command your mind's freedom. But what of the world outside of you? What of the seemingly random events, the bad luck, the other people that seem to cause you so much pain? In our next chapter, we will unleash the third and perhaps most mysterious power, the power to create a divine shield. An invisible field of protection that guards you, harmonizes your relationships, and neutralizes the negativity of the world before it can ever touch you. Chapter 3, The Divine Shield, commanding protection and harmonizing your world. We have begun to reclaim your stolen inheritance. You have learned in our previous chapters to use the sleep command to speak the language of feeling directly to the master builder, your subconscious mind. You have learned the protocol to impress the master blueprint of perfect health, overwriting the shadows of illness in your physical vessel. You have learned the alchemical art of dissolving the chains of the past, overwriting the deep autonomous programs of negative habits and painful memories with a new liberating command of freedom and peace. You are beginning to master your inner kingdom. But what of the world outside? What of the seemingly random, chaotic, and often hostile forces that lie beyond the borders of your own skin? What of the bad luck, the accidents, the unseen dangers? What of the most unpredictable and painful variable of all, other people? What good is a healed body and a free mind if you must still walk through a world filled with conflict, negativity, and those who would, consciously or unconsciously, drain your energy, attack your peace, and drag you into their own chaos? This brings us to the third and perhaps most mysterious of the forgotten powers that Joseph Murphy's work illuminates: the power to create, from within, a divine shield, an invisible, automatic, and infallible field of protection that not only neutralizes negativity before it can touch you, but also has the power to profoundly and miraculously harmonize your relationships and your environment. For your entire life, you have been taught that you are vulnerable. You are a soft, exposed being in a hard, dangerous world. And so, the conscious guardian, your skeptical mind, has adopted a strategy of defense. This is the old, failed method. When you know you must enter a difficult meeting or see a toxic family member, what does the guardian do? It braces for impact. It tenses your shoulders, tightens your jaw. It might engage in a ritual of protection, like visualizing a bubble of white light around you, a wall of mirrors, or a suit of armor. You are consciously trying to protect yourself, and once again, you fail. You still feel drained. The conflict still erupts. The bubble pops. Why? You are once again making the same fundamental error you made with your affirmations. You are trying to build a fortress with the conscious guardian, while the all-powerful master builder is actively broadcasting an invitation to the enemy. Let us, once and for all, deconstruct this profound and forbidden truth. The universe, as Murphy taught, is a perfect mirror of your subconscious dominant beliefs. It reflects your feeling state. Other people are not random actors. They are energetic resonators. Their subconscious minds are in a constant, silent dialogue with your subconscious mind. They will, by an infallible law, play the very part that your own inner program has cast for them. If, deep within your subconscious, your dominant, unhealed blueprint is a feeling of, I am a victim, I am weak, or I am not safe, you are broadcasting a powerful, magnetic frequency of victimhood. The people in your life who have the corresponding aggressor or bully program will be drawn to your signal like sharks to blood. Their subconscious program recognizes a perfect dance partner in yours. They will, without even knowing why, single you out, criticize you, or attack you. They are not acting of their own free will. They are unconsciously obeying the command of your own victim broadcast. You have, with your own frequency, invited the attack. Now, what happens when you consciously try to shield? You are standing there, visualizing your white light bubble. But what is the feeling underneath that visualization? The very need to shield is born from the profound, dominant feeling that I am under attack. You are not commanding peace. You are screaming, I am a target, I need protection, there is danger everywhere. The master builder, hearing this dominant, terrified command of I am under attack, does what it always does. It says, command received. The blueprint is attack and danger. And it proceeds with all its power to create a reality that perfectly matches that fear. It amplifies the aggressor energy in the person across from you. It orchestrates the accident or the bad luck. Your conscious act of protection has become the very energetic mechanism that attracts the disaster. This is the great sabotage of the conscious will. You cannot build a wall of protection against a world you are simultaneously, and more powerfully, commanding to attack you. So, what is the true path to safety? What is the sleep command for protection? The answer is a beautiful paradox. You do not command protection at all. To command protection is to affirm danger. Instead, you must impress upon your subconscious a state of being so profound, so peaceful, and so high frequency that it is energetically incompatible with the very concepts of danger, conflict, or attack. You do not build a wall. You become the light that no shadow can penetrate. You do not shield yourself from conflict. You become the frequency of divine harmony, a state which conflict cannot find, a frequency it cannot resonate with. This is the third forgotten power, the power to impress and radiate divine harmony. Let us craft the blueprint for this command, the one you will take into the golden hour. Step 1. The blueprint, the sensation script. You must first distill this into its essence. The feeling state is not safety, which is the absence of danger. The feeling state is deeper, it is peace, a profound, unshakable somatic peace. It is harmony. It is the feeling of being in perfect, graceful flow with all of life. It is divine order. It is the unshakable knowing that you are and always are, held in the loving, intelligent, and all-powerful embrace of the universe itself. Step 2. The scene of fulfillment. How do you create a sensory-rich scene for a feeling as abstract as divine harmony? You will visualize a simple, looping image that implies this state. For general protection. Perhaps your scene is not of a shield, but of a radiance. You see yourself or simply feel yourself as a brilliant, warm, golden sun, and you feel in your body the sensation of this golden light of love and peace radiating out from your heart, effortlessly and powerfully in all directions. It is not a wall deflecting things. It is a light so brilliant that any negative or dark energy, upon approaching it, is instantly, peacefully, and automatically transmuted into light. It is not repelled, it is alchemized. For a specific relationship, this is one of Murphy's most potent forbidden techniques. You must use constructive revisionism. You have a person in your life who is a source of conflict, your boss, your mother-in-law, an ex-partner. You will not visualize them being defeated. You will not visualize them leaving. Instead, you will craft a simple 3-second scene that implies perfect harmony with them. Perhaps the scene is you and that person laughing together, genuinely and joyfully. Perhaps it is that person shaking your hand or patting you on the back and saying, "You have done a wonderful job. I truly respect you." Perhaps it is simply a scene of you sitting in a room with them, in a state of profound, comfortable, and peaceful silence. You must loop this scene, and you must, crucially, generate the feeling of genuine peace, warmth, and reconciliation. You must feel the wish fulfilled of a perfect, harmonious relationship with this person. Step 3. The lullaby. Your hypnotic, rhythmic phrase will anchor this feeling. For general protection, divine harmony fills my being and surrounds me. All is well. I am peace. Or simply, harmony, peace, light. For the specific relationship, there is perfect harmony and understanding between us. It is finished. All is well. You now have your complete command. Step 4. The delivery, the golden hour. You will lie down. You will enter the drowsy, somnolent, receptive state. The guardian sleeps. The master builder is open. And you will gently, without effort, begin to feel your command. You will radiate. You will feel yourself as the golden, transmuting sun of peace. You will feel the profound bodily sensation of your new, harmonious reality. Or you will loop your 3-second scene of harmony with that specific person. You will feel the joy of the laughter, the relief of the handshake, the peace of the resolution. You will marinate in this dominant feeling of all is well. You will whisper your lullaby, harmony, peace, light, and you will fall asleep in this state. You have just given the master builder the most powerful command imaginable. You have not just asked for a shield, you have given it a new dominant blueprint for your entire energetic environment. Step 5. The daytime protocol, the active test of faith. This is where the magic and the test begins. You have planted the seed of divine harmony. You wake up. You confirm the feeling, Chapter 4. You go about your day. And then the echo of your old program of victimhood or conflict manifests. The difficult person, the one you have just been visualizing in perfect harmony, walks up to you and out of old habit begins their familiar negative pattern of attack or criticism. This is the storm before the calm. This is the final test. The old you, the guardian, would have instantly reacted with fear, defensiveness, or anger. You would have braced. You would have engaged in the fight, confirming the old program and cancelling your new one. But the new you, the conscious alchemist, will not. You will pause. You will take your conscious breath. You will employ the neutral gaze. You will look at this person, and you will not see an attacker. You will see a ghost. You will see an echo. You will see a person playing out an old, dead script that is no longer in your reality. You will see their behavior not as a current threat, but as a historical artifact that is now dissolving. And then you will pivot. You will not react to their external chaos. You will, silently and internally, re-anchor the feeling of your new command. While they are speaking, you will, in your own heart, radiate the frequency of peace. You are not projecting it at them to change them. You are simply holding your own note. You are being the calm, golden sun, even as their storm rages. You are being the tuning fork of harmony. And now you will witness a miracle. This is the great, magical bridge of incidents for relationships. By holding your new, dominant, coherent frequency of peace, and by refusing to engage or resonate with their old, chaotic frequency of conflict, you have broken the energetic dance. You have refused to be their partner. And the universal law of resonance dictates that their subconscious mind, their master builder, must respond to your new, dominant broadcast. One of two things will now happen, with absolute divine certainty. Possibility 1, the healing. The person, in the middle of their attack, will suddenly falter. They will feel your new, peaceful, non-reactive energy, and it will be deeply confusing to their old program. Their subconscious, which was expecting the familiar energy of your fear or your defensiveness, finds nothing to hook into. They will lose their momentum. They may inexplicably trail off, change the subject, or even, in a moment of stunning grace, apologize. Over time, as you consistently hold your new frequency of harmony around them, their own master builder will be forced to align. Your peace will heal them in relation to you. The relationship will be miraculously and effortlessly transformed without you ever having to have a difficult conversation. Possibility 2. The release. If the person's own program of conflict is so deeply entrenched that they are unwilling or unable to harmonize with your new frequency of peace, the universe will now have a contradiction. You are a coherent broadcast of peace. They are a coherent broadcast of conflict. You can no longer occupy the same energetic space. The law of resonance forbids it. And so the master builder, your faithful servant, will now orchestrate their effortless, graceful, and often miraculous removal from your life. They will be randomly transferred to another department. They will suddenly decide to move to another city. They will inexplicably quit their job. They will simply drift out of your life without a fight, without drama. The problem is solved not by conflict, but by divine, non-resonant dissolution. This is the third forgotten power. This is the divine shield. It is not a wall you build in fear. It is a radiance you become from a place of peace. You no longer change your world by fighting it. You change your world by commanding your own inner state of being and allowing the master builder, your subconscious mind, to perfectly and often miraculously rearrange all of reality to match. You have learned to command your body, your habits, and now your entire energetic environment. The power you are unleashing is vast. But what of the greatest human desire, the one that seems most dependent on the external world, the one that creates the most longing and the most pain? In our next chapter, we will unleash the fourth great power, the forgotten command for attracting boundless, divine, and harmonious wealth. Chapter 4. The Midas Touch, commanding the frequency of abundance. We come now to the great human obsession, the one that, more than any other, defines the struggle of the modern world. We come to the subject of wealth. We have learned to impress the subconscious with the blueprint of health and the command for freedom from the past. But for so many, this is the final, unconquerable mountain. This is the one desire that seems to mock our affirmations and laugh at our visualizations. Why? Why does the law of attraction seem to fail so spectacularly, so consistently, and so painfully when it comes to money? The answer is simple, and it is the very reason this power has been forgotten. It is because no other desire you hold is contradicted so loudly, so constantly, and so brutally by the evidence of your five-sensed reality. You can affirm for health, and your symptom may be invisible to others. You can affirm for peace, and that is a purely internal state. But when you affirm for abundance, the guardian at the gate, your conscious, skeptical mind, does not just have a thought as evidence. It has a stack of evidence. It has the unpaid bills on your desk. It has the negative balance in your bank account. It has the sound of your car making a noise you know you cannot afford to fix. It has the physical, tangible, 3D world proof that your command is a lie. This is the guardian's strongest case. This is the battle it almost always wins. Every time you try to affirm I am wealthy, the guardian holds up the physical bill and screams, "Liar!" And as we have learned, the master builder, your subconscious, receives not your hopeful words, but the powerful, dominant, and fully embodied feeling of your inner conflict, of your guardian's terror, of your deep, proven lack. And so, the master builder, in its perfect obedience, continues to build you a flawless reality of lack. To command abundance, we cannot simply shout louder than the guardian. We cannot use willpower to fight the stack of evidence. To do so is to engage in the very struggle that affirms our lack. We must once and for all deconstruct and overwrite the very program that creates this reality. We must understand that your lack of money is not a condition. It is a consciousness. It is the poverty program. This is a deep, ancient, and parasitic program running in your subconscious, very much like the habits we discussed in our last chapter. For most of us, it was the first program we ever learned. We inherited it. It was installed in us as children before our conscious guardian was even formed. We absorbed it from our parents who worried at the dinner table. We can't afford that. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work brutally hard for every penny. We absorbed it from our society, which teaches a contradictory and insane gospel. that money is the ultimate measure of your worth, but that it is also the root of all evil, that to be spiritual you must be poor, that rich people are inherently greedy and corrupt. This tangle of contradictory fear-based and shame-based beliefs forms the poverty program. And this program has one simple core command: there is not enough and I am not worthy of it anyway. This is the dominant broadcast that has been running 24/7 from your subconscious field for your entire life. This is the master blueprint that the builder has been faithfully executing. The bills, the debt, the low-paying job, these are not your bad luck. They are the harvest. They are the perfect physical manifestation of your dominant internal program. Now you, with your conscious mind, come along and try to plant a new seed. I am wealthy. This is like planting a single tiny flower seed in the middle of a vast, overgrown and toxic jungle. The old deep-rooted programming of the jungle, the poverty program, chokes your new seed before it can even see the sun. This is why your affirmations fail. This is why your willpower fails. This is why your hard work fails. You can work 80 hours a week, but if your program is "I must struggle" and there is never enough, you will unconsciously sabotage every opportunity. You will mismanage every dollar, and you will find a way to create a reality that matches your program. The master builder must obey the program, not your effort. So how do we destroy this program? You do not. You cannot fight the jungle. It is too old, too dense, and you are too deep within it. You do not fight it. You overwrite it. You plant a new seed so powerful, so dominant and so coherent that it, in its own time, grows into a magnificent tree that becomes the new center of the ecosystem, and the old jungle of weeds simply withers and dies in its great generative shadow. And this new powerful seed is the sleep command for abundance. To craft this command, we must once and all stop focusing on the form of money. The master builder, your subconscious, does not understand dollars or euros or stock prices. These are conscious, logical symbols. To the subconscious, $1 million is a meaningless abstraction. You must instead give it the one thing it does understand: the essence, the feeling state. This is the great alchemical secret. You must distill wealth down to its core somatic emotional signature. What is the feeling of true, stable, unshakable wealth? It is not the manic, heart-pounding excitement of a lottery win. That is a fleeting, high-anxiety emotion, a state of shock. The true, deep, sustainable feeling state of wealth is ease. It is security. It is freedom. It is the profound, physical, somatic sensation of relief. It is the feeling of your shoulders dropping, your jaw unclenching, your stomach unknotting. It is the deep, calm, slow exhale of a being who knows, with absolute cellular certainty, that all is well, all needs are met, I am safe, I am provided for. This feeling of ease and security is the new blueprint. This is the command. This is the frequency that the master builder understands. It does not know how to build $1 million, but it is an absolute divine genius at building a physical reality that perfectly matches the feeling of ease. So now we will craft the components of our sleep command for abundance, the seed you will plant in the golden hour. First, the lullaby. The short, rhythmic, hypnotic phrase. It must be a statement of being, not getting. Weak lullaby, guardian. Money is coming to me. This affirms it is not here. Strong lullaby, builder. All needs are met. Abundance, ease, security. It is done. All is well. Let us choose one of Murphy's most powerful and simple. Abundance, flow, ease, repeated softly. Second, the scene of fulfillment. The 3-second, sensory-rich, looping GIF that implies the wish is fulfilled and which automatically generates the feeling state of ease. Again, you are not visualizing the process. You are not visualizing stacks of cash falling from the sky. You are visualizing a simple, personal and somatic scene that proves it is done. Scene idea 1, the receptive hand. Your entire scene is the simple, sensory-rich act of receiving money. Not earning it, not fighting for it. You are simply holding your hand out, and you feel the crisp, real, tactile sensation of cash being placed in it. You loop the feeling of the paper, the feeling of receptivity, the feeling of ease. Scene idea 2, the paid bill. This is a classic, and it is powerful. Your scene is a small table. You see a bill stamped in bright red ink, paid in full. You are not feeling the stress of paying it. You are looping the profound, physical, somatic sigh of relief that comes from seeing that it is already paid. You are marinating in the feeling of relief and security. Scene idea 3, the effortless giver. Perhaps the most powerful of all. Your scene is you giving money away, easily and joyfully. You're at a coffee shop, and you tell the cashier you are paying for the order of the person behind you. You feel the warm, expansive, effortless feeling of, I have more than enough, it is a joy to share. This feeling of flow and generosity is the ultimate unshakable command of abundance. Scene idea 4, the calm balance. You are looking at your phone or a bank statement. You are not looking for a specific number. You are just looking at the balance, and the only dominant, overwhelming feeling you are looping is peace. A calm, profound, bodily ease. The old anxiety is gone. It is replaced by a simple, quiet knowing. You must choose one of these scenes. Rehearse it, craft it, make it sensory rich. What is the smell of the coffee shop in your scene? What is the sound of the paid stamp? What is the texture of the money in your hand? You now have your blueprint, the lullaby, abundance, flow, ease, and the scene, feeling the relief of the paid stamp. This blueprint, this command, is what you will take into the golden hour. You now possess the complete holographic blueprint. You have the essence, your core feeling state of ease and security. You have the lullaby, your rhythmic anchor, abundance, flow, ease. And you have the scene of fulfillment, your sensory-rich, 3-second loop that implies the wish is fulfilled, such as the paid in full stamp. This blueprint, this command, is what you will now take into the golden hour. The delivery protocol is a sacred act of surrender, not of force. You will lie down in your bed. Your primary conscious intention is not to do a technique. Your primary intention is simply to go to sleep. This is the first secret, as it removes all pressure, all striving. You are not working, you are drifting. You will allow the heavy, comfortable, and beautiful veil of somnolence to descend upon you. Welcome the mental fog. Welcome the lazy, drifting feeling. This is the sign that the guardian, your conscious, skeptical mind, the mind that knows you are in debt, the mind that knows the logical arguments against your wealth, is falling asleep at its post. The gate to the master builder's workshop is swinging silently open. Now in this deeply relaxed, drowsy, and profoundly receptive state, you will gently introduce your command. You do not force the scene. You do not struggle to see it. That is the energy of effort, and it will awaken the guardian instantly. Instead, you will simply, lazily, and with a feeling of profound ease, allow your scene of fulfillment to begin looping. You will gently, passively, feel the somatic, physical sensation of profound relief washing over your body as you see the paid in full stamp. You will loop that feeling of the knot in your stomach dissolving. You will loop the feeling of your shoulders dropping. You will allow the feeling of security to be the very last, dominant sensation of your waking state. You are not visualizing a future, you are feeling a present fact. As this feeling state of ease and relfef builds and stabilizes, you will begin to silently, rhythmically whisper your lullaby to yourself like a gentle, hypnotic wave. Abundance, flow, ease. Abundance, flow, ease. This rhythmic repetition is not for the builder, it is for the guardian. It is the final soothing song that lulls the last remnants of your analytical mind into complete, deep sleep. And then you will perform the most critical act of all. You will fall asleep in this state. You will drift across the threshold from drowsiness into the great creative darkness of sleep, while your entire being is marinating in the dominant, embodied feeling of your wish fulfilled. This is the sacred handover. This is the impregnation. The master builder, your faithful, all-powerful subconscious, receives this final dominant impression not as a wish, not as a hope, but as a new divine command, a new factual blueprint. It accepts ease, and abundance as your new core reality. And while you sleep, it begins its silent, magnificent work. It begins to sift through the infinite probabilities of the quantum field. It begins to orchestrate the bridge of incidents. It begins to align the synchronicities, the people, the opportunities, the ideas that must, by law, now rearrange themselves to match the new dominant blueprint you have just impressed upon it. The order has been accepted. This brings us to the second and most challenging part of this protocol, the daytime test. You have planted the seed. Now, you must protect it from the harsh, bright, and contradictory light of your old reality. This is the daytime protocol of active faith, and it is where the battle for your abundance is truly won or lost. You will wake up. You will, as we have learned, perform your waking protocol. Before you open your eyes, before the guardian reboots and scans the evidence, you will first recapture the feeling state of your new reality. You will feel the ease. You will feel the relief. You will think from the end, "Isn't it wonderful? All my needs are met." You are confirming the order. Then you will open your eyes, and the old echo will be there. The bank account balance will not have changed overnight. The bill will still be on your desk. This is the moment of your final exam. The guardian, your conscious mind, will see this evidence and will scream in panic. "It failed. See, this is reality. That was just a nice dream. You are still poor. You are still in danger. Panic now." The untrained person reacts to this. They believe the echo. They fall into despair, fear, and frustration. And in that single, powerful, emotional reaction, they have just replanted the old poverty program with all their might. They have completely cancelled their nighttime command. But you, the conscious alchemist, will do neither. You will practice the 4 steps of the abundance daytime protocol. 1. The neutral gaze. Refuse to reinfect. You will look at the bill. You will see the bank account balance, and you will pause. You will take your conscious breath. You will not react. You will observe. You will meet this shadow of your past with the neutral gaze. You will say to yourself, with calm, unshakable authority, "I acknowledge this. This is the old echo. This is the physical shadow of a program I have already cancelled. This is historical data, and it is now in the process of dissolving. It has no power over my new reality, and I give it none of my energy." You are not denying the fact of the bill. You are denying its meaning. You are denying its right to define your present or your future. 2. The strict mental and verbal diet. Starve the old program. This is non-negotiable for abundance. You must, with absolute discipline, stop speaking your lack, no, more, complaining, about, money, not to yourself, not to your friends, not to your partner. Every time you say the words, "I'm so broke, I can't afford that, this is too expensive," you are affirming lack. You are reinfecting the soil. You are cancelling your command. The pivot. When the old habitual thought of "I don't have enough" arises, you must catch it. You will acknowledge it. The old echo thought. You will not fight it. You will simply pivot your attention. You will gently but firmly change the subject in your own mind. You will find something, anything to be grateful for. You will put on a piece of music that makes you feel good. You will refuse to give your precious creative focus to the old dead program. 3. The alchemical gratitude. The accelerator. This is the masterstroke that protects your new seed and makes it grow with supernatural speed. You must, in the midst of your old echo of lack, find the frequency of abundance. Be grateful for what is. Find every trace of abundance already in your life and amplify it with your gratitude. Be profoundly grateful for the roof over your head, for the food in your fridge, for the $1 in your wallet. The master builder does not know the difference between your gratitude for $1 and your gratitude for $1 million. So it only understands and amplifies the frequency of gratitude itself. Bless your money, the Midas touch. This is the ultimate test. When you do have to pay a bill, you will not do so with a feeling of lack, fear, or resentment. "I hate sending this money." That is a prayer for more bills. You will instead bless the money as it leaves. You will hold the bill or the check, and you will say, "I am so grateful I have this money to pay this bill and honor this exchange. I bless this money as it goes out, and I know that it returns to me, multiplied in a ceaseless, abundant flow." You are acting as an abundant person. You are being the frequency of flow. 4. The inspired step, the bridge of incidents. You have planted the seed of ease and abundance. The master builder is now at work, orchestrating the solution. It will not drop cash from the ceiling. It will send you hunches. It will give you inspired actions. You will suddenly get a calm, brilliant idea for a new service, a way to solve a problem for someone. You will feel a quiet, illogical nudge to go to a specific store or to call an old client. You may even be faced with a bridge of incidents. You may get fired from your job. The guardian screams, "Disaster!" The master builder knows this is the necessary first step to clear the path for the new, abundant opportunity you've commanded. You must learn the profound difference between forced hustle, action born from fear and lack, and inspired action, action born from a calm, intuitive nudge. You will stop all forced, struggle-based effort, and you will, with absolute faith, act immediately on the calm, inspired nudges you receive. This is you, the physical gardener, co-creating with the divine unseen growth. This is you walking across the bridge the universe is building for you. This is the fourth forgotten power. You have impressed the blueprint of abundance. You have learned the 24-hour protocol to protect it, to nourish it, and to act in alignment with it. You are no longer a victim of your financial reality. You are the conscious, sovereign commander of it. You have used the sleep command to reclaim the Midas touch, which is not the power to turn things to gold, but the power to be the frequency of ease and abundance, so that the universe must by law bring you a golden reality. You have learned to command your body, your habits, and your wealth. But what about the most complex, unpredictable, and often painful element of our lives, our relationships with other people? In our next chapter, we will unleash the fifth great power, the forgotten command for divine, harmonious relationships. Chapter 5. The Heart's Command, the forgotten power to harmonize relationships. We have ventured deep into the inner kingdom, reclaiming the forgotten powers that govern your own being. You have learned the protocol to impress the master blueprint of perfect health upon your physical body, commanding a return to your divine, original pattern. You have learned the alchemical art of dissolving the chains of the past, overwriting the deep, autonomous and self-sabotaging programs of negative habits and painful memories. You are becoming the master of your own vessel. But now we must turn our gaze outward, to the most complex, most unpredictable, and often most painful variable in the human experience: other people. What good is a healed body, a free mind, and a blueprint for abundance if your life is still a battlefield of conflict? If you are still energetically entangled with a toxic boss, a critical family member, a difficult ex-partner, or if you feel a profound and aching loneliness, a lack of the love you desire. This is where the law of manifestation often seems to break down completely. How can you, with your own mind, possibly change the behavior of another free-willed individual? How can you attract a specific person or fix a broken relationship when they have their own thoughts, their own feelings, their own will? The conscious guardian, your logical mind, looks at this problem and declares it quite correctly: impossible. The guardian's only tools are force and control. It tries to argue the other person into changing. It uses willpower, pleading, manipulation, or anger to force a new dynamic. And it fails every single time. It only creates more resistance, more conflict, and more pain. This failure leads to a profound sense of victimhood. I can control my own health, but I am powerless over my relationships. My life is great, except for this one person who is ruining it. This is the great illusion of separation, and it is time, once and for all, to shatter it. This brings us to the fifth and most profoundly forbidden of the mental powers that Joseph Murphy's work unveiled. The power to harmonize relationships and to command peace by changing no one but yourself. The secret is this: you have been your entire life unconsciously commanding the very bad behavior you despise in others. You must understand this radical quantum truth. The universe is a perfect mirror of your subconscious dominant beliefs, and other people are the most powerful and precise mirrors you will ever encounter. They are not random, separate actors. They are energetic resonators, living in a shared field of consciousness. Their subconscious mind is in a constant, silent and instantaneous dialogue with your subconscious mind. And they will, by an infallible law, play the very part that your own inner program has cast for them. If, deep within your subconscious, your dominant unhealed blueprint is a feeling of, I am unworthy, I am a victim, or I deserve to be criticized, you are broadcasting a powerful magnetic frequency of victimhood. The person in your life who has the corresponding aggressor, critic, or narcissist program will be drawn to your signal like a moth to a flame. Their subconscious program recognizes a perfect dance partner in yours. They will, without even knowing why, single you out. They will find reasons to criticize you. They will randomly treat you poorly. They are not acting of their own free will. On a deep subconscious level, they are obeying the command of your own broadcast. You have, with your own unhealed frequency, cast them in the role of the villain in your play. You are, in effect, handing them a script that says, please, show me my unworthiness. And they are, as a perfect mirror, simply reading their lines. This is why your conscious attempts to fix them fail. You are, with your conscious guardian, yelling at the actor to stop saying those mean things, while your subconscious master builder is simultaneously, and 1,000,000 times more powerfully, slipping them the script that commands them to say those very lines. You are at war with yourself, and the other person is simply the battlefield. To change the play, you do not yell at the actor. You must, as Joseph Murphy taught, rewrite the script. You cannot change another person. It is the great forbidden sin of the ego to even try. But you can, with absolute divine and sovereign power, change your conception of that person. You can change the blueprint you hold of them within your own mind. And by impressing this new, harmonious blueprint upon your all-powerful subconscious, you will, by a law that cannot fail, command a new reality to be born. This is the sleep command for relationships. This is the heart's command. Let us craft the blueprint. Step 1. The blueprint, the sensation script. You must first choose your essence. The goal is not control or victory. The goal always is harmony. The feeling state is peace, understanding, forgiveness, unconditional love. Even if your conscious mind feels this is impossible, this must be the frequency of the command. Step 2. The scene of fulfillment. You must now craft your 3-second sensory-rich loop. This is the most crucial part. You will not rerun the old, painful arguments in your mind. You will not visualize the person as they are now. To do so is to re-impress the old, failed program. You must, using the alchemical power of constructive revisionism, create a new, false, and perfectly healed scene that implies the wish for harmony is already an accomplished fact. For a difficult colleague or boss, your scene is not them ignoring you. Your scene is your boss shaking your hand firmly, looking you in the eye with a genuine smile and saying, "You have done a fantastic, fantastic job. I really appreciate your work." You will loop the sound of their voice saying those words. You will loop the feeling of the handshake. You will loop the profound somatic feeling of relief and mutual respect. For a critical family member, your scene is not them being silent. Your scene is you both laughing together at a family dinner, genuinely, easily. You will loop the sound of your shared laughter. You will loop the feeling of ease and warmth and connection. For a painful ex-partner or conflict, your scene is not them apologizing, as this still implies a wound. Your scene is simpler. You see them in your mind's eye. They are smiling, and they are surrounded by light. And you are saying to them, "I wish you all the best. I wish you peace." And you feel a profound calm and total release. The emotional charge is gone. You are free. For attracting new love. Your scene is not a specific face. It is, as we learned, the implication. It is the simple, tactile, sensory loop of feeling a wedding band on your finger. It is the simple, looping sound of you whispering, "I love you," and hearing a gentle voice whisper back, "I love you too." It is the feeling of wholeness and safety. You have your scene. It is simple. It is sensory rich, and it implies the wish is fulfilled. Step 3. The lullaby. The short, hypnotic phrase to anchor the feeling. Harmony, peace, love, all is well. There is perfect harmony and understanding between us. It is finished, it is good. I am happy and at peace. You have your command. Step 4, the delivery, the golden hour. You will lie down. You will enter the drowsy, receptive state. The guardian sleeps. The master builder is open. You will not think about the person and their problems. This is the trap. This engages the guardian. You will only and gently loop your new, harmonious scene. You will feel the firm handshake of your boss. You will feel the joy of the laughter with your mother-in-law. You will feel the warmth of the ring on your finger. You will marinate your entire being in this new dominant feeling state of peace, harmony, and resolution. You are not asking for it. You are living in it. You will whisper your lullaby, harmony, peace, love, and you will fall asleep in this new harmonious reality. What have you just done? You have not projected an energy at the other person to make them change. That is black magic, and it is the work of the conscious, controlling guardian. No, you have done something far more powerful. You have recalled your old conflict-based program from the master builder, and you have impressed a new harmony-based blueprint in its place. You have changed your end of the energetic equation. You have changed the script you are broadcasting into the unified field. You have changed the role you are casting them in. Step 5, the daytime protocol, the ultimate test of mastery. This is the moment of truth. You have planted the seed of harmony. You wake up. You confirm the feeling. All is well, there is peace between us. And then, at 10 a.m., you encounter the person in the physical world. And because of the old energetic momentum, the echo of your past, they begin to play their old familiar conflict-based script. They are critical. They are argumentative. They are cold. The guardian, your conscious mind, will scream, "It failed. See, nothing changed. They are still a monster. You must defend yourself. Fight back. Be afraid." This is the test. If you react, if you engage in the old familiar argument, if you let your body be flooded with the old familiar feelings of anger or victimhood, you have just cancelled your command. You have just replanted the old toxic seed of conflict with all your might. But you, the conscious alchemist, will not. You will do this. Pause. You will take your conscious breath. You will interrupt the automatic programmed reaction. Neutral gaze. You will look at this person and you will not see an attacker. You will see an echo, a phantom, a biological robot, unconsciously playing a part from a script that you have already deleted from your reality. This gives you a profound sense of calm, compassion, and detachment. Hold your new frequency. This is the master stroke. You will not react. You will not engage the old dance. You will silently, in your own heart and mind, hold the feeling of your new reality. While they are criticizing you, you are, in your imagination, feeling the warmth of their congratulatory handshake. While they are arguing, you are feeling the joy of your shared laughter. You are not projecting this at them. You are simply being the new reality. You are being the tuning fork of peace in the room. You are holding your new note unshakably in the face of their old discordant one. Respond from the new script. You will not engage in the fight. You will respond with the grey rock method we have discussed, or more powerfully, you will respond with a simple, calm, and disarming kindness that is coherent with your new blueprint. I understand your perspective. Thank you for your feedback. I wish you peace. You are refusing to play the old game. And now you will witness a miracle. The bridge of incidents. The universal law of resonance must resolve this energetic contradiction. You are broadcasting an unshakable, coherent frequency of peace. They are broadcasting an old echo frequency of conflict. The two frequencies cannot occupy the same space for long. One of two things must now happen. Possibility. 1. The transformation. The other person, their subconscious mind, will feel your new, non-resistant, peaceful and harmonious frequency. Their own internal program, which was looking for its conflict partner in you, will find nothing to hook into. And as if by a miracle, they will begin to change. They will soften. They will become less argumentative. They will apologize, seemingly out of nowhere. They will start to reflect back to you the new harmonious blueprint you are holding. You have, by changing yourself, given them the energetic permission and the space to change in relation to you. Possibility 2. The dissolution. If the person's own commitment to their conflict program is so deep, so entrenched, that they are unwilling or unable to harmonize with your new frequency of peace. The universe now has a problem. You are a coherent broadcast of peace. They are a coherent broadcast of conflict. You can no longer coexist in the same reality. The law of resonance forbids it. And so the Master Builder, your faithful servant, will now orchestrate their effortless, graceful, and often miraculous removal from your life. They will be randomly transferred to another department. They will suddenly decide to move to another city. They will inexplicably quit their job. They will simply drift out of your life without a fight, without drama. The problem is solved not by a final, victorious battle, but by a divine, non-resonant dissolution. This is the fifth forgotten power. This is the divine shield and the heart's command. You do not change the world by fighting it. You do not change others by forcing them. You change your own conception. You impress this new harmonious reality upon your subconscious mind, and you hold that frequency with unshakable faith, knowing that the Master Builder will, by a law that cannot fail, rearrange all of reality to match your new dominant and peaceful song. You have learned to command your body, your habits, your protection, your relationships, and your abundance. But what of the future? What of your destiny? What of... In our next chapter, we will unleash the sixth great power, the power to command your subconscious to guide you to solve your problems while you sleep, and to reveal your true place in the divine order of the cosmos. Chapter 6, The Oracle Within. Commanding guidance and perfect solutions, you have embarked on a journey to reclaim the forgotten powers of your own mind. You are no longer a passive victim of circumstance, but a conscious engineer of your reality. You have learned the sacred protocols to impress the Master Builder, your subconscious, with the blueprints for perfect health, commanding your body to return to its divine, original pattern. You have learned the alchemy to dissolve the chains of the past, overwriting the deep, parasitic programs of negative habits and painful memories. You have learned to command and radiate divine harmony, creating a protective shield that neutralizes conflict and transforms your relationships. You have learned to impress the feeling state of abundance, replacing the old toxic program of lack with a new dominant command for ease and security. You are mastering the commands for the great pillars of human life, your body, your mind, your relationships, and your resources. But what of the path itself? What of the future? What of the moments of profound confusion, the crossroads where you do not know which way to turn? What of the complex problems in your business, your career, or your creative life, for which your conscious guardian has no logical answer? This brings us to the sixth, and perhaps most profoundly practical, of the forgotten powers that Joseph Murphy unveiled. It is the power that moves you from simply building a new reality to actively navigating it with divine precision. It is the power to command perfect guidance. You have been taught to seek answers outside of yourself. You ask your friends, your family, your mentors, you consult experts, you read books, you search the internet. Your conscious guardian is a magnificent data gatherer, but it can only ever draw from the limited, collective, and often contradictory well of human knowledge. And in the face of life's truly great questions, this external well often runs dry, leaving you in a state of anxiety, indecision, and paralysis. The forbidden knowledge, the secret that Murphy taught with such conviction, is this: your own subconscious mind, the Master Builder, is not just a builder. It is not just an obedient, impersonal servant, it is also an oracle. Also, it is, as Tesla also believed, your personal receiver, your direct hardwired connection to the universal core of all knowledge. Your subconscious is part of the great, infinite, superconscious mind of the universe itself. It is connected to all things. It is outside of linear time. It already knows the answer to every question you could ever possibly formulate. It knows the perfect, aligned solution to your complex business problem. It knows the true character of the person you are about to partner with. It knows the location of the lost object. It knows the right path to take at the crossroads. It knows the future, not as a fixed, deterministic fate, but as the pathway of your soul's highest, most joyful, and most effortless unfolding. Your subconscious mind holds the answer. The only reason you do not have it is that you have never been taught how to ask for it. You have been, once again, shouting your question at the skeptical, logical guardian. You have been trying to think your way to the answer. This is the ultimate failure. Trying to figure out a profound problem with your conscious mind is like trying to calculate the distance to a distant star using only a 12-inch ruler. The tool is simply not designed for the task. The guardian can only analyze what it already knows based on the past. The master builder can access the infinite knowledge of the entire quantum field. To unleash this power, you must stop trying to think. You must stop forcing a solution. You must, as with all other commands, bypass the struggling guardian and deliver your question directly to the all-knowing master builder. And, as always, the golden hour of sleep is the perfect sacred gateway to do this. This is the sleep command for divine guidance. This protocol is slightly different from the ones we have learned before. For health, abundance, and habits, we were imprinting a new, dominant feeling state. We were giving a new blueprint. For guidance, we are not imprinting a new reality. We are requesting a specific piece of information to be delivered from the infinite archives of the Master Builder into our conscious waking awareness. We are not giving a command to build, we are giving a command to retrieve. Let us craft the protocol. Step 1. The blueprint. Clarifying the question. This is the most important preparatory step. The Master Builder is a perfect, logical, and literal mechanism. It is a divine supercomputer. And a computer will give you a useless answer if you ask a vague or poorly formulated question. You cannot go to sleep with the vague, anxious, and emotional plea, "Oh God, I don't know what to do about my life." This is not a question. This is a broadcast of confusion. And the Master Builder, in its perfect obedience, will simply give you more experiences of confusion. You must, during your waking day, become a master inquisitor. You must sit down with a journal and distill your vast, chaotic problem down into a single, clear, simple, and answerable question. Vague question. My business is failing. What do I do? Clear command. What is the single, inspired next step I must take to bring my business into perfect, abundant alignment? Vague question. Should I stay in this relationship? Clear command. Reveal to me, with absolute clarity, whether this relationship is for my highest good, or show me the path to perfect, harmonious resolution. Vague question. I don't know what my purpose is. Clear command. Reveal to me the nature of my true divine talents and the perfect way to express them in joyful service. Your question must be specific, clear, and affirmative. You are not asking if there is a solution. You are commanding the universe to reveal the solution that already exists. You are phrasing your query with absolute faith that the answer is already known and available to you. Once you have your single, clear, powerful question, you must memorize it. It becomes your mantra, your key for the night. Step 2. The delivery, the golden hour protocol. You will lie down, you will get comfortable. You will allow the deep, drowsy, receptive state of somnolence to come over you. The guardian is falling asleep. The gate is open. Now, you will begin your sleep command for guidance. You will not obsess over the problem. To think about the problem, the debt, the conflict, the confusion, is to impress the frequency of the problem onto the subconscious. This is a fatal mistake. You must completely and totally release the problem. Your only focus is the question and the faith in the answer. You will begin to repeat your clear, simple, memorized question over and over like a lullaby. You will whisper it to your subconscious, your master builder, as you drift into sleep. What is my next inspired step to perfect abundance? What is my next inspired step to perfect abundance? Reveal to me the path of harmonious resolution. Reveal to me the path of harmonious resolution. You are repeating the question, the search query, over and over, impressing it as the last dominant command upon the receptive, all-knowing subconscious. Step 3. The critical handover, the act of faith. As you are repeating your query lullaby, you must simultaneously generate the feeling of absolute trust. You must feel as if you are handing this problem over to an all-powerful, all-wise, infinitely intelligent partner who has promised to solve it for you. You are not worrying. You are not striving. You are delegating. The dominant feeling state you must cultivate as you fall asleep is one of relief and calm. The feeling of, it is no longer my problem. I have given it to the infinite intelligence within me, and it knows the perfect answer. I can rest. You must fall asleep with the profound, peaceful conviction that the answer is already known and is on its way to you. You have just, in effect, submitted a query to the divine supercomputer. You have released the problem from your limited, conscious guardian and handed it over to the all-knowing master builder, who is connected to the entire, infinite cloud of the universal mind. And the master builder, having received this clear query and this command of faith, will now get to work. While you sleep, it will scan the infinite archives of past, present, and future probability. It will access the minds of others. It will find the hidden solution. It will retrieve the perfect answer. Your work is done. You have commanded the oracle. Step 4. The revelation, how the answer arrives. This is the magical and often misunderstood part of the process. The master builder will always answer your sincere, faith-filled command, but it rarely answers in the way the conscious guardian expects. The answer will almost never be a loud, booming voice from the heavens. The master builder has several subtle and powerful ways of delivering the retrieved file to your conscious awareness. Your daytime job is now to become a vigilant receiver, watching for the answer to arrive. Here are the primary ways the oracle will speak. You have submitted your query. You have handed your clear, specific question over to the all-knowing oracle within, the master builder, and you have fallen asleep in the profound, peaceful faith that an answer is being retrieved. While your conscious guardian slept, your subconscious mind, with its infinite connections to the universal field, has scanned all of reality. It has sifted through every possibility. It has found the perfect, most harmonious, and most effective solution to your problem. Now its final task is to deliver this answer file back to your conscious awareness, past the very same guardian who would have rejected it as illogical if you had tried to find it yourself. The master builder is a genius at delivery. It has several subtle and powerful methods. Your work as the conscious recipient is to learn to recognize these delivery channels, to be vigilant, and to be ready to sign for the package when it arrives. Here are the 4 primary ways the oracle will deliver its answer. Revelation Method 1. The waking download, the aha moment. This is the most common and most direct delivery. You will awaken in the morning, not with a jolt, but often in that same delicious, misty, drowsy state, the other golden hour. In this hypnagogic state, the bridge between your subconscious and conscious mind is still wide open. The guardian is still sleepy, its skeptical filters not yet online, and suddenly, in that clear, quiet, peaceful mental space, the answer will simply be there. It will not be a struggle. It will be a perfect, fully formed, and often astonishingly simple solution to the problem that seemed impossibly complex the night before. It is an aha moment of the highest order. Of course, you will think, well, why didn't I see that? You will feel the rightness of it in your entire being. It will feel like a profound remembering. The protocol for this is non-negotiable. You must keep a pen and paper, not just a phone, by your bed. The instant this download arrives, you must, before your feet even hit the floor, write it down. This is critical. This divine insight is a fragile, high-frequency vibration. The moment you stand up, check your phone or let the guardian fully reboot with its list of daytime worries. I need coffee. I'm late. The connection will be lost. The guardian, upon seeing the illogical solution, will immediately attack it. That's too simple. That's too risky. That will never work. You must capture the insight before the guardian has a chance to corrupt it. Write it down. This act anchors the divine, subconscious wisdom into the physical 3D world. Revelation Method 2. The symbolic dream, the divine parable. Sometimes the answer is too complex, too nuanced, or too emotionally charged to be delivered as a simple, logical solution. In this case, the master builder will use its native, primal language, the language of symbols. It will deliver the answer in the form of a vivid, strange, or recurring dream. You will have asked should I take this new job? You will not dream of an office. Instead, you may have a vivid, deeply feeling dream of being on a beautiful, open, fast-moving train. a profound sense of freedom and excitement in your heart. This is your subconscious answering. Yes, this path is about freedom, speed, and new horizons. Or you may dream of being back in your childhood home, unable to find the key to the front door, a deep, growing feeling of frustration and being trapped. This is your subconscious answering that no. This path is a return to an old limiting pattern. It is not the way forward. The protocol. You must, again, record this dream in your journal immediately upon waking, while the feeling state is still fresh. Do not just write the plot of the dream, I was on a train. You must record the dominant feeling. The feeling is the answer. Then you must become the alchemist. Look at the symbols, the train, the lost key. Ask yourself, what does a train mean to me? What does losing a key feel like? The dream is a personal parable written in your unique symbolic language. The master builder is not just giving you an answer, it is teaching you how to think about your problem. Revelation Method 3. The inspired hunch, the gentle nudge. This is the most common and most frequently ignored delivery method. The answer is too complex to deliver in a single download. So the Master Builder does something else. It gives you the first step. You will be in the middle of your day. You have forgotten your nighttime command, and suddenly, from out of nowhere, a calm, clear, and often completely illogical impulse, a hunch, will drop into your mind. Call Sarah. I haven't spoken to her in 5 years. Go to that specific old bookstore on the other side of town, now. Look up this strange, obscure topic on the internet. Take a different route home from work today. The conscious guardian will immediately attack this. That's ridiculous. Why would I do that? I'm busy. That's a waste of time. This is the test. This hunch is the answer. This is the master builder, which knows the entire complex synchronistic bridge of incidents required to solve your problem, giving you the first simple physical world instruction. It knows that Sarah is the cousin of the person you need to meet. It knows that the old bookstore contains the exact rare book with the information you need. It knows that the different route home will cause you to see this for renters sign on the perfect hidden apartment you've been looking for. The protocol. You must act on the hunch, immediately, without question. This is the ultimate act of active faith. This is you, the conscious guardian, proving to the master builder that you are listening and that you trust its guidance. Every time you honor an inspired, illogical hunch, you are closing the feedback loop. You are telling the master builder, message received, I have taken the step. And this positive reinforcement is what prompts the builder to send you the next hunch and the next. This is how you build a life of flow. To ignore the hunch is to break the chain, to hang up the phone on your own divine guidance. Revelation. Method 4. The synchronistic accident. The externalized answer. Sometimes the answer is delivered outside of you. The master builder, which is connected to the entire unified field, will use the 3D world as its projection screen. You have asked for clarity on a decision. You are walking down the street, and a bus passes by with an advertisement on its side, and a single large word on that ad seems to shout at you, and that word is your answer. Wait, or go, or begin. You will be in a coffee shop, and the couple at the table next to you in a conversation you are not meant to be hearing will say a single complex sentence that is the exact perfect technical solution to the problem you have been wrestling with. You will open a random book, and your eyes will fall on a single paragraph that contains the precise, spiritual wisdom you have been praying for. The conscious guardian will scream, coincidence. The conscious alchemist will smile and say, message received. The universe, your all-knowing subconscious, is so committed to giving you the answer that it will orchestrate physical reality to ensure you receive it. It will align accidents to deliver the file. The protocol for all these methods is the same, and it is twofold. First, gratitude. The moment you recognize the answer, the download, the dream, the hunch, the synchronicity, you must pause and flood your being with profound, genuine gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have received your message. I am so grateful for this guidance. Gratitude is the frequency of reception. It is the signal you send back that says, I am listening, and the connection is clear. This amplifies the entire feedback loop. Second, action. This is the great non-negotiable law. The answer, the guidance, the hunch, is useless until it is embodied and acted upon. Action is the final amen. It is the physical world proof of your faith in the unseen. It is you, the conscious captain, finally steering the ship in the direction that your divine subconscious navigator has revealed. To receive guidance and not act on it is the greatest spiritual arrogance. It is to ask for the blueprint and then refuse to build. You now possess the sixth forgotten power. You are no longer just a builder. You are a seeker of wisdom. You have learned to stop striving with your small, limited guardian mind and to instead harness the infinite oracle of your master builder. You have learned to ask and to receive. You know how to submit your query to the infinite all-knowing mind, and you know how to recognize the answer when it is delivered to you in the light of day. You have learned to command your body, your habits, your relationships, your wealth, and your guidance. But what of the greatest command? What of the very purpose for which you were born? Can you use this same profound power to ask the ultimate question and receive the ultimate answer? In our next chapter, we will unleash the seventh great power, the power to command the revelation of your true divine destiny. Chapter 7, the Sovereign Scepter, commanding the revelation of your divine purpose. We have now arrived at the summit of our journey, the very pinnacle of this forgotten science of the mind. You have reclaimed the forgotten powers. You have learned the sacred secret protocols to command your reality. You have learned to impress the master blueprint of perfect health upon your physical vessel, reminding it of its divine, original perfection. You have learned the alchemy of dissolving the chains of the past, overwriting the deep autonomous programs of negative habits and painful memories, commanding your own freedom. You have learned to impress and radiate divine harmony, creating a powerful protective shield that neutralizes conflict and transforms your relationships. You have learned the Midas touch, the command for abundance, replacing the cold, iron program of lack with the radiant, golden frequency of ease and security. And you have learned to activate the oracle within, commanding your subconscious to deliver perfect, divine solutions to your most complex problems. You have become the master of your body, your mind, your relationships, your resources, and your guidance. You are a sovereign ruler in your own kingdom. And yet one final great and existential question remains. It is the question that echoes in the silent heart of every human being, the question that drives all art, all philosophy, and all spiritual seeking. It is the question that the first six powers have been preparing you to finally, courageously ask. Why? Why this body? Why these unique talents? Why this specific life path? What is my true purpose? You have been, for your entire life, seeking the answer to this question in all the wrong places. You have been searching for it in the external world. You have been asking the conscious guardian, your logical mind, to find it for you. And so, the guardian, in its limited logical way, tries to answer. It presents you with a purpose that is a job title. You should be a doctor. You should be an entrepreneur. You should be an artist. It offers you a purpose that is a social role. Your purpose is to be a good parent. Your purpose is to be a successful provider. These are not purposes. These are channels, these are vehicles, and they are, for the most part, empty of true divine meaning. They are the answers of the ego, the guardian, based on societal conditioning, parental expectation, and the desire for external validation. This is why so many people achieve the very purpose they were striving for. They become the successful doctor, the wealthy CEO, only to find themselves standing in the wreckage of a midlife crisis, their hearts hollow, their souls starving, whispering to a silent room. Is this all there is? They have achieved a goal, but they have missed their destiny. The seventh, and most sacred of the forgotten powers that Joseph Murphy's work unlocks, is this: the power to command the revelation of your divine purpose. You must understand this fundamental forbidden truth. Your purpose is not something you must invent. It is not something you must figure out with your limited logical mind. Your true divine purpose is a sacred memory. It is a blueprint, a divine contract, a sacred mission that your soul, your higher self, chose before it ever entered this physical vessel. It is the unique, perfect, and magnificent note that only you can contribute to the cosmic symphony. It is the master blueprint of your entire life, and it has been stored in its entirety within the infinite, all-knowing archives of your subconscious mind from the moment of your first breath. The master builder, your subconscious, knows why you are here. It has always known. The problem, as always, is that you have been shouting your question, "Why am I here?" at the skeptical, amnesiac guardian at the gate, and the guardian, in its confusion, can only offer you the logical, unsatisfying, and often incorrect answers based on its limited 3D world data. To receive the true answer, you must once and for all bypass the guardian. You must take your sacred, ultimate query and deliver it directly to the all-knowing oracle within. You must command the master builder to reveal the blueprint of your soul. This is the seventh and most profound sleep command. This is the command for revelation. The protocol for this command is the culmination of all the skills you have learned. It must be crafted with precision, with humility, and with a new, higher level of faith. Step 1. The blueprint, the sacred query. This is the most important query you will ever formulate. It must be clear, it must be open, and it must be free of the ego's limitations. You are not asking for a job title. You are not asking for fame or for wealth. You are asking for the revelation of your divine function. Ego-based query will fail. How do I become a famous artist? This is a command for the form and is rooted in ego validation. Soul-based command will succeed. Infinite intelligence within me, reveal to me my true place in the divine order. Reveal to me the perfect channel for my highest self-expression. Ego-based query. What job will make me the most money? Soul-based command. Master builder, I am ready. Reveal to me the work I came here to do, the path that will bring me the greatest joy and allow me to be of the greatest service. The perfect lullaby. My divine purpose is now made known to me. I am guided. I am shown the way. You must distill this down. Find the lullaby that resonates most with your heart. Let us, for this chapter, use this one. My true path is now revealed. I am guided. Step 2. The feeling state, the essence. This is the most subtle and most critical part of this specific command. For health you felt vitality, for abundance you felt ease, but for this, for a revelation you do not yet know, what do you feel? You cannot feel the joy of the purpose itself, yet. The feeling state you must embody is not one of having, it is one of pure, profound, and peaceful receptivity. It is the feeling of absolute trust. It is the feeling of divine anticipation. It is the feeling of a student sitting in perfect reverent silence before the great all-knowing master. It is the feeling of knowing the answer exists and knowing it is on its way. It is a feeling of, I am ready to receive. You must generate the somatic sensation of this. It is a profound calm. It is an openness in your heart and in your mind. It is the release of all anxiety, all striving, all figuring it out. It is the deep cellular sigh of, I no longer have to find the answer. The answer is now coming to me. Step 3. The delivery, the golden hour. You now have your sacred query and your feeling state of receptivity. You will take this command, as all others, into the golden hour of somnolence. You will lie down, you will get drowsy. The guardian, with its frantic, purpose-seeking, logical mind, will fall asleep. The master builder, the oracle, is now open. You will gently, peacefully, and with a heart full of trust begin to loop your lullaby. My true path is now revealed. I am guided. My true path is now revealed. I am guided. You will not try to guess the answer. You will not visualize yourself as a doctor or an artist. To do so is to re-engage the guardian, to give the builder a new ego-based command. Your only job is to marinate in the pure, abstract, beautiful feeling of receptivity and trust. You are an empty cup, waiting to be filled. You are a highly tuned radio receiver, waiting for the broadcast from the divine. And in this state of pure, trusting, receptive openness, repeating your gentle lullaby, you will fall asleep. You have just submitted the most important query of your life. You have not given the master builder a blueprint to build. You have given it a command to retrieve the master blueprint of your very soul and to deliver it to your conscious awareness. Step 4. The revelation, the daytime protocol of the seeker. This is where your new life begins. The answer to this command will, almost certainly, not be a single, booming voice that says, "You are here to be a carpenter." The master builder is far more elegant. It will not just give you the answer, it will guide you to it. It will orchestrate a new divine reality, a bridge of incidents that will lead you, step by step, to the living, breathing, and embodied experience of your purpose. Your command for revelation has just activated your divine cosmic guidance system to its highest possible degree. The answer, the revelation of your destiny, will now come to you through a series of synchronicities, divine coincidences, so perfect, so personal, and so persistent that they cannot be ignored. You must now become a sacred detective. You must watch your reality for the clues. The answer will unfold in these 4 primary ways. 1. The golden thread of inspired curiosity. This is the first and most subtle sign. The master builder will plant a seed in your conscious mind. You will suddenly develop an intense, profound, and often illogical curiosity about a new subject, a subject you never cared about before. Ancient history, herbal medicine, quantum physics, coding, helping animals. It will feel like a gentle pull. It will feel light and joyful. It will not at first seem to make sense as a career. This is the first breadcrumb. This is the master builder whispering, "Look here." This is the first step on your new path. 2. The thematic echo, harmonic resonance. This is the confirmation. As you begin to tentatively follow this new inspired curiosity, the universe will begin to scream this theme back at you. You are suddenly curious about herbal medicine. You will now see it everywhere. You will randomly overhear 2 strangers in a coffee shop discussing it. You will see a book on the subject coincidentally fall off a shelf. An old friend will call and, out of the blue, mention they have just started an herb garden. The master builder is using the external world, the great mirror, to confirm your new path. It is saying, yes, you heard the whisper correctly. This is the path, keep going. 3. The bridge of incidents, the divine orchestration. Now the builder will begin to actively rearrange your 3D reality to support this new path. You have been impressing, "Reveal my true path." You have been following the thread of healing. Suddenly your old, misaligned, soul-crushing job ends. You get fired. You are downsized. The guardian screams, "Disaster! We are ruined!" The conscious alchemist, who understands the sleep command, pauses, takes a breath, and whispers, "Thank you. The path is now cleared." 2 days later, through a bridge of incidents, you could never have predicted an opportunity to study that very healing modality you were curious about appears out of nowhere, and the money to pay for it arrives in an unexpected way. The master builder is not just guiding you, it is building the bridge for you, one coincidence at a time. 4. The divine joy, the ultimate feedback. This is the final, infallible confirmation. When you act on the inspired nudges, when you walk across the bridge, when you engage with your new path, you will be flooded with a feeling of profound, uncaused joy. You will lose track of time. You will feel in the flow. You will feel a deep, quiet, and unshakable sense of yes, this is it. This is me. This feeling of profound, resonant joy is the ultimate answer. It is your soul, your master builder, your body, and the entire universe all singing in perfect, harmonious chorus. You are home, you are on your path, you are living your divine purpose. This is the 7th and most sacred forgotten power. You are not meant to wander this life, lost and confused. You are not meant to guess at your purpose. You are a divine being, equipped with an infallible inner oracle, and you have now learned, through the sacred, simple science of Joseph Murphy, how to ask it the ultimate question, and how to read its glorious, life-affirming, and perfectly guided answer. You have made the request. You have delivered the most sacred command of your life into the heart of the all-knowing Master Builder. You have asked for the revelation of your divine purpose, and so you awaken. You practice your active faith. You meet the old echoes of your former life with the neutral gaze. But now you are living with a new and holy sense of anticipation. You are no longer just a gardener protecting your seeds of health or abundance. You are now an explorer, a seeker who has sent a query to the oracle and is now waiting for the map to be delivered. The conscious guardian, your logical mind, now has a new and final trap for you. It will hear your command to reveal my true path, and it will immediately try to control the answer. It will hijack your profound spiritual quest and turn it back into a stressful, ego-driven analytical project. It will whisper, "Okay, let's figure this out. Is my purpose to be a healer, or an artist, or an entrepreneur? Let me make a list of my passions. Let me take a career aptitude test. Let me analyze my childhood. I need to find the answer." The guardian, in its terror of the unknown, is trying to preempt the divine revelation. It is trying to guess the answer, to force a logical conclusion so that it can regain a sense of control. It is, once again, the impatient gardener, digging up the soil to see what the seed might be instead of just letting it grow. This is the final, subtle sabotage. To engage in this frantic, mental figuring out is to rebroadcast the frequency of, "I don't know, I am lost and I am confused." It is to cancel the very command for revelation you have just given. Your new divine responsibility, your seventh forgotten power, is not just about asking for the revelation. It is about learning to receive it. And the Master Builder does not deliver its divine answers to the noisy, striving, analytical guardian. It delivers them to the quiet, receptive, and trusting heart. This is the responsibility of the co-creator. You have given the command. Your only job now is to become the perfect, silent, and observant receiver, trusting that the Master Builder is now orchestrating your entire reality to show you the answer. You have asked. Now you must learn to trust the unfolding. Your divine purpose is not a memo that will be delivered to your conscious mind. It is a path that will unfold beneath your feet, one synchronistic step at a time. The Master Builder will not give you the entire map, which would overwhelm your guardian. It will simply illuminate the next logical step. This is the great and beautiful secret of a purpose-driven life. You do not need to know the 10-year plan. You only ever need to know the next step. And the Master Builder will always reveal the next step to you in the 4 ways we have discussed. 1. The golden thread of inspired curiosity. This is the most gentle and most common way the revelation begins. The Master Builder will plant a seed in your conscious mind. You will suddenly develop an intense, profound, and often illogical curiosity about a new subject, a subject you never cared about before. Ancient history, herbal medicine, quantum physics, coding, helping animals. It will feel like a gentle pull. It will feel light and joyful. It will not at first seem to make sense as a career. This is the first breadcrumb. This is the Master Builder whispering, "Look here. This is the first step on your new path." The old untrained guardian would have dismissed this as a distraction or a frivolous hobby. The new you, the conscious alchemist, recognizes this as divine guidance. Your protocol is to honor it. You will buy the book. You will sign up for the class. You will research the topic. You will follow the golden thread with the faith of an explorer. 2. The thematic echo, harmonic resonance. This is the confirmation. As you begin to tentatively follow this new, inspired curiosity, the universe will begin to scream this theme back at you. You are suddenly curious about herbal medicine. You will now see it everywhere. You will randomly overhear 2 strangers in a coffee shop discussing it. You will see a book on the subject coincidentally fall off a shelf. An old friend will call and, out of the blue, mention they have just started an herb garden. The Master Builder is using the external world, the great mirror, to confirm your new path. It is saying, "Yes, you heard the whisper correctly. This is the path. Keep going." 3. The bridge of incidents, the divine orchestration. Now the Builder will begin to actively rearrange your 3D reality to support this new path. You have been impressing, "Reveal my true path." You have been following the thread of healing. Suddenly your old, misaligned, soul-crushing job ends. You get fired. You are downsized. The guardian screams, "Disaster! We are ruined!" The conscious alchemist, who understands the sleep command, pauses, takes a breath, and whispers, "Thank you. The path is now cleared. 2 days later, through a bridge of incidents, you could never have predicted an opportunity to study that very healing modality you were curious about appears out of nowhere, and the money to pay for it arrives in an unexpected way. The Master Builder is not just guiding you, it is building the bridge for you, one coincidence at a time. 4. The divine joy, the ultimate feedback. This is the final, infallible confirmation. When you act on the inspired nudges, when you walk across the bridge, when you engage with your new path, you will be flooded with a feeling of profound, uncaused joy. You will lose track of time. You will feel in the flow. You will feel a deep, quiet, and unshakable sense of yes, this is it. This is me. This feeling of profound, resonant joy is the ultimate answer. It is your soul, your Master Builder, your body, and the entire universe all singing in perfect, harmonious chorus. You are home, you are on your path, you are living your divine purpose. This is the 7th and most sacred, forgotten power. You are not meant to wander this life lost and confused. You are not meant to guess at your purpose. You are a divine being, equipped with an infallible inner oracle. And you have now learned through the sacred, simple science of Joseph Murphy how to ask it the ultimate question, and how to read its glorious, life-affirming, and perfectly guided answer. This is the responsibility of the aligned no. As your new path, your true north, becomes clearer, the universe will, by necessity, begin to present you with bridge of incident opportunities to release everything that is not that path. This is a test. Your old, misaligned but safe job will suddenly offer you a promotion. A new, distracting but comfortable relationship will appear. The guardian will scream, "Take it, it's safe, it's good." But your new divine guidance system, your body barometer, will feel a contraction, a sense of no. Your new responsibility is to honor this no. You must have the courage to turn away from the good in order to stay open for the divine. You must be willing to walk through a temporary void, a space of not this, while you wait in faith for the yes that to fully manifest. This is the discipline of the Master, and this leads to the ultimate feedback loop. Your life becomes a self-perpetuating upward spiral of joy and creation. By walking your path of purpose, you are automatically filled with divine joy. This joy is the most powerful high-frequency feeling state you can possibly embody. This dominant, joyful frequency is a new, constant sleep command that you are impressing on the Master Builder every single day. The Master Builder, receiving this powerful 24/7 command of joy, responds by orchestrating more events, more people, and more synchronicities that match this frequency, bringing you more joy. Joy creates more aligned events. Aligned events create more joy. This is the harvest. This is the Midas touch in its truest form. You have transcended the need to consciously command individual items, health, wealth, love, because you have become the one single root frequency, the frequency of divine joy and aligned purpose, from which all of these lesser things are born as natural, effortless byproducts. You are no longer seeking health. You are a joyful being, and vitality is a natural component of joy. You are no longer seeking abundance. You are a joyful being, living in your purpose, and abundance is the natural material echo of a soul that is in alignment. You are no longer seeking love. You are the frequency of joy and wholeness, and you become an irresistible magnet for others who resonate with that light. This is the 7th and final forgotten power. It is the power to stop seeking your life and to start living it. It is the power to trust that the Master Builder within you not only knows how to build your health, your wealth, and your peace, but that it holds the master blueprint of your very soul. You have learned to ask the ultimate question and to read its glorious, life-affirming, and perfectly guided answer. You have learned to command your body, your habits, your protection, your abundance, your relationships, your guidance, and your very destiny. You have reclaimed the full spectrum of your forgotten mental powers.